What's going on, everybody? So if you're watching this on the replay, this is me just wanting to test out some new streaming software. It's not really new. We have used it before, but I haven't used it in a while. And I wanted to test it during the day to see how, but I haven't how it would look and how the quality would be. So as people jump on, I don't even know if anybody will jump on here since this is just a spontaneous thing. And if what's going on, Michael Conroy, and if you're just jumping in, I'm trying new software, StreamYard software. We've used it before. Hey, Wendy. And but I wanted to test it out to see how it would be now on a how it'd be now. That's not even making sense. But I wanted to just test it out to see how it would respond to my new computer. It's not new, it's older, but it's new to me because I'd like to start doing some of these live streams on Monday to talk specifically about reselling, maybe some more strategy, spend some more in-depth time talking. I've even thought about doing them on Monday mornings and call it like a Monday morning cup of Joe. And what's going on, Beverly and Jack. And I used to do a Tuesday morning cup of Joe when our channel first started out, when we were not reselling. And what's up, Tony? Uncle Bo, Tony, you're no longer Uncle Bo's nose. And so, yeah, but I just wanted to get on here and answer any questions, kind of see how the quality was, to see if this is going to be something that we can do in the future. And but Michael, see, you're struggling to sell the bargain hour stuff. I would look at you if you're struggling. I don't know what aspect of it. I know a lot of these mystery small box stuff is made up of a lot of generic brand stuff. They call it private label. Some of it is just generic. It may be hard to find. I know we find a lot of ours using Google Lens. And I know in the past we struggled to figure out how to build the descriptions, and we learned to either use information from like the Amazon listing or from a similar eBay listing to help save time building the listing itself. And then if templates aren't being used, I would highly suggest creating templates. So more broken items, and that's what I'm hearing. I know we did our second unboxing from Bargain Hour. I guess it was, I don't know, last week. It'll come out on Saturday, and it was not, it was more realistic. I mean, we said in the beginning of the first video that that was not a realistic indication. I still don't feel like they did anything wrong. I just think at that point in time, I know they mix shelf pull pallets with return pallets. And I have talked with them about feedback that it seems like the mixing process is not being done, like it has its issues, and it needs to be improved in order to make a more consistent buying experience, because it is inconsistent. I know we got the same type of box from Bargain Junction, which they build their mystery boxes from the exact same pallets as Bargain Hour. There's lots of bargain places, and it is it's the same. I mean, it's we'll probably make about $250 off of the deal, but it's lots of generic stuff. There's lots of lower end stuff. And yes, pallet jacking, it is StreamYard. I've got to get me an overlay. I've actually, in the bedroom, I've got my ring light in front of me, and I like the lighting better. So I know Jessica and I, we keep talking about bringing a ring light to the studio when we do our live stream on Monday nights. But this is just kind of a test. So Wendy opened up her third box. She says it's doing good so far. And I think it's hit or miss. They're mystery boxes. And I think if for people that are wanting to mitigate the risk, then buy manifested ones. I know smaller lots, if you've purchased from smaller lots before, they purchase, like, these are all the same. It's just, there's only, I can't name the retailer because of proprietary information. But if you think of the largest online retailer that there is, that's ultimately where they are coming from, and then they're just being sold to some various people, and then they're sold to more people. And some people, they sell them the whole pallets. Some people like smaller lots, they do manifested lots that way. Some people like Bargain Hour, Bargain Junction. They just do mystery boxes, and the mystery is just, some boxes are very good, some are not very good at all. It just depends. So image search, it's in the App Store. Is that on iOS, or is that on Android, or both, Jack? Or do you even know? But we've found a lot of items that way. And then our virtual assistant, Wally, I don't know how he finds this stuff, but he finds this stuff. It's a lot easier to find it on the computer itself than it is on a phone, just because of the search features. It shows so much more information. So if anybody has any questions, ask their questions. And I got a video coming out tomorrow, no, Wednesday. And I don't know if y'all do promoted listings or not. We do in our eBay business, and we sell a lot of items through promoted listings. Probably 40 to 60% of our items we sell through promoted listings. And I came across an issue with my promoted listings impressions this last week, and I finally got it figured out. So be looking forward to that. And thank you, Brian, for that. And Jack says he cannot find any local places. I guess I'm streaming on Facebook too. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure. I forgot I was streaming on Facebook too. I meant to tell y'all, if y'all are streaming on Facebook, I'm streaming on StreamYard, and you've got to give some type of special permission on Facebook to show your name. So if you're wanting to see everybody's name on there, then go ahead and jump on the YouTube stream and check it out. What's going on, Mary? And I'm trying to make sure, because I'm confused now, because I was looking at the other comment. I haven't streamed in StreamYard in a long time. And I feel like, let's see, you haven't found any place in Washington State that has local option for palletized freight or even grab boxes. And there's not, I don't know why there's not a lot of liquidation places up in that northwest corner of the United States. There's just not a lot of places that are over there that has that many places to sell. I know California, but then it's expensive to ship, especially from like Southern California. So hopefully one day they will. I know if you're looking at, boxes, you're way over there. I know Bargain Hour, they do offer free shipping. Other places, they do charge shipping. I'm trying to think of some other places. And Jessica, I know you're commenting now. I didn't tell you I was going to be doing this. It just kind of popped up. So here we go. And you're welcome, Nicole, on the discount for Bargain Hour. It didn't come at a cost for us, but it come at a cost, and it technically did. We didn't pay anything for him, but people automatically now assume that we get padded boxes, and there's been quite the discussion about the Bargain Hour and the boxes on some Facebook groups about YouTubers getting preferential treatment. And obviously, in my opinion, it's not a very good business idea. One, because if you give, yes, Jessica, you were in the comments. If you give preferential treatment to YouTube people, and then your audience then goes and buys the boxes, one, it makes you look bad if you got preferential treatment. But two, it makes the business look bad. Like liquidation, they don't want just one-time customer. They want repeat customers. They want people to keep coming back and buying again and again and again because it's cheaper. Like new customer acquisition is very expensive. But when customers come back, there's no more added cost. It's the same. So like these places, they're not doing it because they're just like, some probably are because they're trying to rip people off, but those places are not going to be doing business online like that. And let's see, it's not a new haircut. I just grew my hair out. You can see it better now. Jessica liked it. I got lazy. I cut my own hair. And then like once every 2 months, I go to the barber training school and have them give me a cut and trim my neck. I look like I'm in the dark. I don't know. Do y'all like the lighting? Is this lighting okay? It just seems very odd to me, but I think that's how TJ does it with the light and everything. I'm trying to get better at recording stuff, and it's part of my October business plan is to get better at vlogging, at editing, because I want to add a added dimension to it and not just do the same old, because it's always a struggle for me. Vlogging is very hard anyways, because we hardly ever leave the house. So like trying to record and film something in the same, like there's usually 4 scenes here, here in this room when I'm doing this, in the garage, in the kitchen, and then in the listing room, the carport is what we call it. It's like there's not a lot of scenes. So long term, if I want to get good at this and keep people engaged with what we're doing, I've got to get better at the technical aspect and the storytelling and all that. So Lenore says her bargain hour is being delivered today. It is exciting to have new product. And Lucas is feeling very well now, Shannon, too well, because now he's trying to climb on everything, but he's got a very slippery cast, and it's just not safe for him to do it. So he's, I'm a helicopter dad anyways. I don't know if y'all knew that, but I'm a helicopter dad, so it makes me nervous, very, very nervous. So yeah, I'm trying to make sure. Michael, I've never tried Mercari because one, they don't allow access to our virtual assistant. We have tried it, but they don't allow it. So if I was to use like a cross-listing software, like I forget the name of it. There's one Vendu, or yeah, I think it's Vendu. I believe in automation. I don't have as much time, you know, for us, like we try to maximize our time. So me manually cross-listing to other sites doesn't really make sense for us to be able to do it. Other people, if you have time, then it makes sense to be able to do it. But for us, the only way that we would do it is for automation, and they can list from eBay to Mercari. But the problem is, and why I haven't done is, one, our virtual assistant, Wally, he can't access it. So I thought about using the software, and then he can just go in and end listings as it sells. And that's still a possibility on Mercari. I mean, he could do it on eBay, but he couldn't do it on Mercari. So like if we sold an item on eBay, he couldn't then go to Mercari and end the listing. So I haven't done so. But I know Vendu, there's a couple other places, I think like List Perfectly, that I've talked to their software developers they are working on doing full automation. They just haven't done so yet. So one day when they do, I plan on using it very, very quickly. I know when we sold on Amazon, we used a software called Listing Mirror that it would do the full automation. If we listed something on Amazon, it would list to whatever platforms that we told it to, like Shopify, eBay. And then as we sold something, it would remove that item from inventory, which was very helpful. Zookeeper asks, where do we get Amazon return and shelf pull pallets? and what type are they considered. We get those from Market Street Liquidation in Springfield, Missouri, and that's where they don't ship those. So if you're wanting to buy from them, you're going to have to go and pick up locally from them. I know, talking with Mike, he may offer in the future where people can arrange their own shipping, and you can buy pallets online and then arrange your own shipping and have them pick up from there. But he hasn't done so yet. But we do buy, when liquidation.com has Amazon shelf pull pallets, we do look at buying those from the Garland location. It's the locations with liquidation.com are very, very important, because liquidation.com, they're kind of like an online marketplace for different sellers. And some of the Amazon pallets and some of the pallets from liquidation.com are not very good. I think Tony, Uncle Bo, they're expecting another truckload here in this week sometime. They plan on having a whole truckload, so they do plan on having more available for sale. I do know that we have a jewelry and clothing box that they did send us that we will unbox. Like, we didn't pay for it. They just wanted people to be able to see what is available in those jewelry and clothing boxes. So they are going to send that to us so that we can unbox in, I don't know, probably October. No, it is October, November. In the jewelry and stuff, there's some really good jewelry in there. And then there's going to be a lot of lower dollar items in those jewelry boxes that would make really good for like flea markets. Like if you had a Facebook group where you were able to sell like jewelry and stuff, you can lot it up and sell. That would also be a great way to be able to do it. Yeah, Michael, there's cross-listing software. There's List Perfectly, and then I know there's also Vendoo that they have it, and it's a lifesaver. Like, I wouldn't do it yourself. I think Vendoo is less expensive. Yes, that's right. Than List Perfectly, but they both do have a cost. But you got to calculate how much time it is actually costing you to list the item manually and how much you can pay for it, and see which one costs you less. What's up, Matthew and Tom? Shannon says she got small lot from Bargain Hour on Friday. Very excited. And then you got a pallet from Market Street on Saturday. It didn't fare well. First time disappointed with something from there. I guess from Market Street, you were disappointed from an item there. And that code, if you did well with Bargain Hour and you're wanting to keep ordering from them, you can use that code as much as you want to. There wasn't any stipulation as a one-time deal. So if you liked it and you want to order again, then go ahead and keep ordering because it is, help save you 10%. And I think, Michael, you just have to have a plan, have some systems in place to be able to do it. And you can do it. I mean, lots of people do. Christina, that place is Texas Resale Group. They don't always have them, but when they do offer them for $1,100 per pallet. And then shipping cost depends on where you live. The coffin boxes, just like anything in those smaller items, is that I don't know. I'll throw out some numbers. If you don't like numbers, I apologize. But 90% of all items that are sold online are valued at $30 or less. And of those 90% of items, that 50% of those are valued at $12 or under. So if you get a box from Bargain Hour or from wherever, just say it's 100 items for math purposes, well, you should expect that 90 of those 100 items are less than $30. And then of those 90 items, half of them will be under $12 $12. So 45% of those items, or 45 items, should be valued at $12 or less. So anytime that you are getting smaller lots, like mystery boxes like that, or small lots, that you're going to get a lot of items that are not valued a lot for online resale. That those items you're going to have to be able to sell at garage sales, flea markets. You can lot them up and sell them online, like if you categorize them, which we have done so. But you're just going to have to ways to do it. Like, and then those other items, you know, those 55 items, that those can be sold online because they're going to be over $12. You may have some $13, and you have to figure out, is that worth your time? But you're just going to have a plan in order to do it. But the coffin boxes, they're going to have smaller ones. I know if you're interested in coffin boxes, the liquidation.com, there is the Indiana location. They sell coffin boxes a lot from Amazon. We actually unboxed, I guess, 6 coffin boxes on Extreme Unboxing. I don't know if you remember the show that we got the butt plugs on, and then also the Dyson hair dryer fan. All that come out of coffin boxes. So yes, but you can get a lot of items that are not worth a whole lot of money. So let me look up here. I think I missed some stuff. Yeah, Reekhost. I think it's Reekhost. I just did as a pop-up live stream just to test out the software to see how the quality was. It seems like our internet connection is better during the day than at nighttime. So I thought about maybe doing a live stream on Mondays every once in a while to talk more strategy and go into more in-depth stuff about reselling specifically. Just because on Thursday nights, we get some liquidation questions, but it's turned into a lot of entertainment because we have so many people that ask questions of just about life and stuff. So that way, for people who are wanting to do reselling related stuff, we can still get that in there. What's going on, Trucker Mark and Brandy? I think I missed you earlier. Juan, virtual assistants. I know ours found us probably a year and a half ago. I know if you go to, man, I forget the, Jessica, if you're still on, what are those websites that we've used to hire people to do like logo design and used to help edit some videos here and there? I forget the name of those freelance places. I do know that there's some Facebook groups out there that do virtual assistant type stuff. But if you are looking at getting a virtual assistant for your eBay business, I would try to find one that lives in the United States because with eBay, you can give you can create secondary users that have limited access to your accounts. Like they wouldn't see sales data. They wouldn't see like where your payments are going to or how much money that you're making. All they would be able to do would be to create and edit drafts. They couldn't even submit listings. But for ours, he actually has access to our account because we have built up a relationship over time and we trust him. We have that relationship because he is international. He's in the Philippines. And eBay doesn't allow the use of international customers to be able to access your account. So Shelby asked, what do you look for when looking for liquidators, and some of the questions you ask them? We've got a blog post for both of those questions, but it's on the familyflips.com. But mainly it's different now. More people talk to me now because of the TV show than before. I had a couple of people that I had relationships that we really bought from a lot before the show, and that was Warehouse 101 in Collierville, Tennessee, and American Pallet Liquidators. They are both legit companies. They're good. But I think now, just when looking for a liquidator, I'm wanting to know the process really for their Amazon floor load pallets. I'm wanting to know, are they reselling individual items And if they are reselling individual items, what's their process for getting those individual items? Are they just pulling pallets at a time to their retail side as they need them? Or are they going through pallets and removing individual items? So asking those types of questions, and they will probably give you the right answer verbally, but I'd be looking for some non-verbal cues, communication cues that's going to tell you what the real answer is. But those are questions I ask. For me, to get the cheaper prices, the closer you can get to the top of the supply chain, the cheaper it's going to be. And that's a lot of times that's going to be reflected in the prices that you're paying. So trying to find out, which a lot of these places, they won't give out suppliers, but you can get an idea of where they're buying from. Shandell and Terry, we have not tried any other boxes, but we do. They did offer to send us a jewelry and clothing box to try out, but because of our vacation and filming schedule, we will not be able to unbox that until either the last week of October or the first week of November. So it's going to be a while. But I do know that a lot of the jewelry and clothing, those items, some of them are going to be hard to sell online. So if you're looking at selling items on eBay, those probably would be difficult to do. But the jewelry items, because they end up being like 50, 60 cents a piece, that if you're able to bundle them and sell, 3 earrings for $10 or something like that, it could be a good way for you to be able to double or triple your money. Or if you have like a flea market booth that you can put, these jewelry pieces for a couple of bucks a piece, or if you have a Facebook group, be able to do online sales events or auctions. I know those are very popular. Then that's a great way to do it. And Shannon, that is the name of the game. It's liquidation. I think so many new people, they fail to realize that it's not all rainbows and unicorns, that there are bad lots, there are bad truckloads, there's bad boxes, there's bad pallets. I mean, y'all saw the string of pallets that we got a while back. We barely made any money off of 3 pallets that we had bought. This bargain junction box that we got, we're not going to double our money. It's going to be a lot of work. I think after we end up paying labor and everything, I think we're going to make like $75 off of a $433 purchase. Granted, we could list it ourselves, but we've got an employee to do that for us. So we have to account for the cost. And Christina says, accountant by trade. I say accountants probably make the best resellers, in my opinion, because they can look at the numbers and stay away from the emotional decisions. I think accountants make very good wholesale buyers because you can look at wholesale items and know exactly how much you are going to be able to be purchasing these items for, and then you can calculate how much you can make based off of sales history and also the sell-through rate. So you can really calculate your break-even point and your profit timeline if you analyze that way. I'm trying to make sure this there's a lot of comments I missed. Sorry. Fiverr, Jessica says Fiverr. That's right. And there's another one also that I missed a whole lot of comments. That means I was talking a lot. It's a bummer about that massage gun. You might be able to sell it for parts. I don't know. Upwork's the other one. Thank you, Sean Mack. Fun and games. Brianna, if the items are expired, I don't believe it's a total loss. You can still sell it. I would just put the expiration date on there as a way to sell it. Just as long as people know they can make educated decisions. I believe people buy expired product all of the time, so I think you should be okay. Lenora, coffin box it's a box pretty much like 2 feet wide, probably 4 feet long. It's probably like 2 feet by 2 feet by 4 feet. that there's just a lot of smaller items that are located in those. They come from Amazon. It's an Amazon specific program. I don't know what warehouse they are originally coming from, but there are some places that do sell the coffin boxes. And that could also be it. She says less people trying to go live right now. Quality of stream is great. I think it's also we live in rural Arkansas, and the internet, they don't like to have good internet for us out here. I'm not sure which message, Matthew, if that an email or on Facebook or where we will do our best to get to all those messages. We do our best. We get probably, I don't know, 5 or 10 emails or messages a day, and it's extremely hard to get to all of them within a timely fashion. Thank you, Tom, for reminding about all questions in capital letters. Deborah, our gentleman, he found me on Facebook. I think we were in a mutual selling group or a mutual group somewhere, and he reached out to me, and we probably talked for a good 3 or 4 months before I had him start helping me on eBay. I did have him do various other tasks, like I had him look for items online. Like I would give him a list of items that I was interested in buying. And when I was sleeping at nighttime, it would be daytime for him. So during the day, he would go through eBay and he would send me the listings based off of the items that I wanted that met the parameters and prices. And I would then decide if I wanted to buy those items or not. So he did some sourcing for me. There's a lot of people that do online retail arbitrage that use online virtual assistants for that. But he found me, and then we just talked for a couple months. I had enough trust in him to be able to do it. I had him start using an eBay account that used managed payments, because I then knew that there would be no way that he could change where the money was going. And then just through time, I made sure that he, didn't submit listings. There's a process that I had, and he started doing price comps, doing all that stuff. So, I mean, it was a big help. The photos, when I started having him do photos, I would take the photos and I'd have a sheet of paper that I had that had different, like the weight of the item, the UPC detailed information that he could look up. Originally, I would take pictures of all that, take pictures of the item, then I would upload it into a Google Drive. But I don't know why I didn't think about it before. We then started creating drafts where we would input the information into the eBay draft, just basic title, and upload the pictures. We would include, like, if it was an Amazon item, we could do that we found on Amazon, we would include the Amazon screenshot, and then he could then go online and look at all the information and build the listing for us with the description and prices, and then use the what's the word I'm looking for? My mind went blank. We use templates based off of the item condition. Like we have an item template for brand new condition. We have a template for an open box item. We have a template for great items, good condition, fair condition items. So as we list, we can put that information in there, and then he just imports all of the verbiage into the listing. So it saves him time and it saves us time in the drafting process, because we don't have to list, we don't have to put as much information in there. So hello, Pamela, watching from Austin. Hello, Evans, new and used. What's going on, Rosalie from Greenbrier? Not too far from us, and not too far from us at all. Let's see. Trying to think if I missed anything. What's up, Jack? Hey, I didn't grow up in Jonesboro, but I did open the Chili's there in Jonesboro when it opened up. And I know Jessica, actually, she went to school there for a period of time also. Trying to think if I'm. What's going on, Ron? This chat is weird. It keeps jumping, jumping. Shannon, there are items. She asked if there's any items that you can sell for more parting out versus selling the complete product. What are those coffee makers that you could put the little pods in, K-cup things? I forget what those are called, but those sell more for parts than they do the whole unit. And there's probably lots of other units that are like that. I know the first pallet that we ever bought was a total. It wasn't a total loss. We probably made some money with it because Jessica parted out all of the items that were broken. There's like food dehydrators, just all kinds of household stuff that was broken, but we pulled out the carafes and the coffee filter drawer. That all that can be parted out. So a lot of times, if the item doesn't work or it's used condition, I would look at disassembling it or taking the big parts and selling that online versus selling the whole thing online. It would be better off. I chase vapor. I think once we're going to have a garage sale, I'm going to end up selling all that I can. I'm going to go live for about 10 more minutes, so maybe longer. So I'll try and get to all of your questions. We plan on having a garage sale to move all of our old items. That we've got a whole lot of stuff that I'm just going to be willing and dealing and to get rid of all of it. Once we hit ground zero and we hit the reset button, and then all that stuff is gone, because I'm going to end up donating what we don't sell because I want it gone. Some of that stuff we've had for like 2 years since our first and second truckload that we ever got. That then, as we unbox items each week, that we're either going to have an online sale on Facebook and auction off items in lots, or I'm going to lot up the items that are in similar categories and end up selling them on our eBay store for people that do have flea markets and stuff. I don't want to get into the position where I want to try and squeeze every penny out of those as I have in the past, because I'm tired of holding on to stuff. So I want it. I want to get rid of it. And if the garage sale works, then we may have a garage sale like every 2 months. Because here in Arkansas, we have very large garage selling seasons, but we don't want to have garage sales at our house. I don't know, Trucker Mark, maybe. I don't know, though. And if so, I don't know what time on Mondays. It really just depends. I've thought about it. So, yeah. Hello, Pixie Sterling. This thing keeps jumping around. The resale room is from Temple, Texas. Jonesboro, class of 1996. That's awesome, man. Let's see. Deborah, they can't really change where the money goes to, because the way that eBay managed payments works is that the checking account, the name on the checking account has to match what you put into it. So in eBay managed payments, if somebody tries to change where the money goes to, then they're going to have to redo a whole lot of stuff. And there's no way that they can do that without you knowing. With PayPal, it would be very easy, because they could put the PayPal name on 10 of your 500 listings to their PayPal account, and it would be small enough transactions to where you would probably never, ever catch it. Rosalie, you're probably not seeing comments because you're on Facebook, but we're also streaming on YouTube, and most of the people are watching from YouTube. And I don't know if there's a link on our Facebook. So Ed Kemper says that's poop. So awesome, Ed. Brianna's way up from Massachusetts. We use this camera here is just it's just a MacBook, 2015 MacBook. The camera that we use to vlog with, I don't know if you can see it. It's this Canon Rebel T7i. It's just a basic entry-level DSLR camera. I know that Jessica and I, we are my pirate. We are eyeballing a new camera setup at some point in time. As we've got more money now than we've had in a long time, but we also don't want to just go and splurge and buy a bunch of stuff all at once. That we want to slowly build what we're doing. And Jack, there's a good idea too to do some giveaways. That I have thought about it, and let's see. It just depends, Chase. Chase asks, 2 years, how long would you hold an item before letting it go? 2 years is too long. I mean, really 6 months. I wouldn't want to keep an item for 6 months, but I don't have a process for when we bought the truckload, we shut down the warehouse very quickly. So we have a lot of items that we normally wouldn't have. But if I have an item for 6 months, then I don't have a process to go through and remove old inventory or to liquidate old inventory. Ideally, in a perfect scenario, the process would be, a system would be like every, 3 months, every 2 months, go and pull items that you've had listed for that length of time and move it out. Obviously, along the way, I would make sure that like we go back and we make sure that the titles are accurate. There's no misspellings or anything like that. We reduce the prices on items. Like every month or so or a couple of weeks, I select items and I lower the price like 5%, and it hits the eBay algorithm differently. I would try and do some sales here and there. I would try all those things first, but if an item hasn't sold, you've done all those things in 3 or 6 months, then it's probably time to get that item off of your shelf, unless you just have a lot of space. If you have a lot of space and it's a very profitable item, then you can hold on to it. But if it's holding that long, normally I would say, I'm telling myself this too, and I'm learning also to not hold on to stuff for so long, because it's just not a good idea. Mini Diamond made a boxes of stuff, surprise boxes, and sold it to a man that buys stuff to resell. That's awesome. Let's see here. What's up, John from Norway? Sorry, Sid. That is, that would be nice, Chase, if they did that. I know we build in our custom label field. We put the date in there that it was listed, so that as I'm looking at stuff, I can see when the item was listed. I know you can't really tell the number of sites. I mean, there's a report somewhere that shows how long an item has been listed. I don't know where that is. I should, as long as I've been selling on eBay, but I do not. So hello, Teresa from Jamestown, New York. That's awesome. New York is our third most watched state. It's California's most watched state, and then Florida and New York is second, and then Texas is like the third one. Like, they're all kind of clustered together. So, but if y'all don't have any other questions, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here and go ahead and continue on to the day. Start editing a video. I'm going to watch the Chiefs tonight because their game got moved to tonight from yesterday. And if I missed saying hello to anybody, I do apologize. This chat box is weird on StreamYard, because I'm streaming from StreamYard, and we're streaming both to Facebook and YouTube at the same time. We may start doing that on Thursday nights, because we do have, I don't know, like 1,500 followers now on, it's weird calling them followers. That's so weird. Community members. There's a guy I watch on YouTube. He does like stimulus check updates, and he's always like, my community members, welcome back. And if you're not a community member, then consider subscribing right now. He's funny. So, and if I guess I'm gonna say this before I go. If there's any other questions, if you're watching this video and you did not get notified when we went live, then go ahead and hit that bell so that you do get notified when we release new content or when we go live. I guess family, I think Jessica does a good job of that. Family, we have 1,500 family members on Facebook and 26,000, which is crazy. It's still crazy because 3 months ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, we were sitting like at 4,000 family members, and now it's crazy grown up. And so yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and head off. And I appreciate y'all jumping on this spontaneous video today. And hit that live like button if you haven't done so already. And until next time, peace.